So now what do I do? Well, I guess there's only one thing. There's something I'd like to know. Are you real? Can you feel?
Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirits and my intuition, the tarot, to communicate energies to you guys, fabulous viewers. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad you guys found me. I hope you guys stay and that these readings resonate with you. For those of you guys returning, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful, and I can't wait to get into today's reading. And we will be taking a look at the energy coming up for the week ahead. You guys are all very safe and welcome in this space with me today. Today's reading will be using these decks right here. This will be a pick a card reading, and we'll be using the Lenormand Oracle in order to pull three options for the viewers here, the collective that's tapped into this timeless reading. Now, although we're looking at the week ahead, you can click on this video whenever it grabs your attention, and the message is meant to resonate for the time of the viewing, even if this is 2 years, 3 years, 10 years down the road. Okay, so do not force messages to fit. This is going to be something that will resonate with you. And like I said, it will be a pick an option. So if you are called to multiple piles, then there could be multiple messages coming in for the week ahead energetically for you. So beautiful angels, without further ado, like I said, these are the decks. I'll put a link right here for those of you guys interested in these decks and taking a look at the cards within each of these decks. And you do get a chance to energetically charge these cards for future readings, regardless of when you click on this video. And you can navigate this video by clicking on the timestamps below. It'll take you directly to whichever section you're looking at, and we will pull three cards together. All right, beautiful angels, I will see you guys there. Gorgeous angels, let's pull the three options for the collective that's tuned into this reading. And we'll ask Spirit for the energy for the week ahead for the collective that's tuned into this reading right here, right now. A message regarding the energy coming in for the week ahead. Now, please keep in mind that energy is not fixed in any sort of form. So this is loosely the week ahead. Okay, it could be the next 10 days, the next 7 days, 5 days, could be the next 3 days, could be coming into existence right here, right now. Okay, so just don't get fixed and hung up on time. Although it is energy that is upcoming. Okay, so Spirit for the collective, can we get three options to choose from for today's pick a card? Option 1, option 2, and for option 3, Spirit, for the week ahead. All right, so we have our three options to choose from. If at any point you are called to any one of these three, you can select from the timestamp down below. I will reveal these shortly, and we will go into the energy and we'll pull the cards together for today's reading. Option number 1, it's kind of dark in here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of dark. We have the ship. Or is this the fish? I have no idea. Take a look. I'm going to go read the book, but 34 is this card right here. So we have the King of Diamonds, which is the King of Pentacles. Okay, and we have some fish and a ship. This does look like it's the card of fish in the Lenormand. All right, option number 2, we have the King of Clubs, King of Wands, number 6, and this is the Mountain. All right, and then option number 3, we have the 8 of Clubs, which is 8 Wands, card number 21, and we have another mountain. This could definitely be the clouds. Oh my gosh, what a cluster of confusion. These are clouds. This definitely looks like a mountain. Sorry, I haven't used this deck in a minute, so this looks like a mountain. I'll clarify with the book, although this is to be picked intuitively. Okay, let's take a read in the book here, because I do feel this is fish, clouds, and mountain. But 34 says I've gone too far. No, it's over here. 34. Fish. Okay, fish. And card number 6 is clouds. And card 21 is the mountain. Yes. Okay, so sorry for that. Very interesting beginning, but sit with this energy. I'll leave the video running for a bit here, okay? Take your time. If you get stuck, close your eyes, open your eyes, whichever one you're called to will most likely have the energy for you. We'll be reading the energy intuitively, so do not take words literally. Okay, and if you are called to multiple piles, it's absolutely fine. It just means multiple aspects from whatever situation you're dealing with, different people. The circumstances might pull through from different piles, okay? And one might be solely your own energy. So if you do feel you're not resonating with the pile you selected, you could go pick a different pile. And I will see you guys at your pick. Gorgeous Angel, pile number 1. You guys picked the fish and the King of Diamonds, which is King of Pentacles, card number 34. Let's pull all your cards before we begin to channel the energy, okay? So, Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. Pile 1, you can go straight away to your reading if you want to skip this process, although I do suggest you sit through the card layout if you are developing your intuition. Okay, ask Spirit what you'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether this message is the right message for you. Spirit for the collective, tuned into pile 1. What's the energy for the week ahead? Week ahead, energy for pile 1, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Please protect me and the viewer and their journey as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. I'm feeling another one of these. You got 2 here. And as I mentioned, do not take words literally, okay? We have submission, although it was coming in reverse, so I'm going to take that into consideration. We'll read the words shortly, and then one of these for pile 1, clear and concise message for the energy that is coming to them for the week ahead. I do feel there is one more. Interesting how your cards are just plopping out, and then we'll pull the tarot as well. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. Spirit, what is the energy coming in for the week ahead? Clear and concise message. Please help me to channel this message in a way that pile number 1 will understand. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. We might use the tarot some more, and let's pull some of these buttons for the energy for pile number 1. All right. Isn't that fascinating? You guys have fish coming out. Very synchronistic. Number 2, and you guys have the significator card of the fish. We have fire, and we have water here. Okay, so we have a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And with the water, we have some Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, fish specifically Pisces. We have the clock or the time here with wings. So this could be talking about divine timing, number 17. Number 5 with the fire. We have a microphone, 34, 35. We have a camera. Sorry, I know I haven't held these up long enough for you guys to see. The camera is number 46. And then we have Easy Does It, 68. And we have Vampire Teeth, 19. And we have the mask or the glasses with the fake mustache and nose, 74. I'll let you guys look at these. Okay, and then these 2 here as well. So let's take a look what we have here. Feels like feels like this. Okay. Let's take a look. You have the rune of Perth or Perth Row. Okay, it says uncertain meaning, a secret matter, a mysterious hidden things, and occult abilities, initiation, knowledge of one's destiny, knowledge of future matters, determining the future or your path. Wow. Fascinating. I don't know why I'm fidgeting with these things. Okay, let's see. We have birth, number 4, and we have the sign of Venus in Cancer, and we have inspiration. We have the sign of Mercury in Pisces with the number 12, inspiration, and we have caution, the sign of Mercury in Virgo, number 6. Okay, and we have submission. This is number 17 and 8, basic fear, ego level. It says powerlessness, enslavement, fragility, weakness, subjugation, and dependency. Type 8, the challenger, instinctive center between strength and weakness. And remember, we're not taking words literally here. It's going to be the energy that we're channeling. I do feel this card go right here. I feel like I don't know why I'm so fidgety with your pile here. It's taking a lot of rearranging here. Let's see, we have vinegar, 34. So 3434 could be an angel number. Okay, very synchronistic to get the same number coming through here. Okay, but that's number 7. And so we could be looking at 77, which is a master number. Trust the fallen, adventure that arises from deep wisdom, trust of life, trust of self. 7 is about faith, wisdom, reflection, understanding. Okay, it's about spirituality, intellect, personal growth, solitude, metaphysics. Also, we're tapped into the chariot, okay, which is success, working with the universe, integration of shadow, balancing the shadow and the light. Also, tower energy, but vinegar could talk about we need just the right amount of sort of vinegar, okay? Too much can sort of ruin the broth, so to speak, could be very off-putting. Too much of something could definitely be off-putting. Okay, but again, that's chariot energy I was getting. Like there's always going to be some form of a shadow or some form of something that it has the negative polarity to it. Okay, but maybe there's too much here. Let's see. We have yellowing. Interesting, because these are both sort of yellowish colors. Yellowing could mean the die off of something going out of existence. Okay, we have 15, right? 15? No, 14. I'm sorry. 14. So that's temperance energy, and that's that chariot energy I was feeling as well, because it's about the balance and the integration. Okay, so Sagittarius energy pulling through with this. Cancer energy pulling through. And then we have the Aladdin and the magic lamp. So magician energy. It was coming in reverse. So I'm going to, what are we doing, Spirit? I'm going to read them in their upright and just read the energy, okay? But we are taking into consideration, we have submission coming sort of in reverse, and this magician, this is Aladdin and the magic lamp. We see the genie here. So we have some Virgo and some Gemini. And then we have the fairy godmother. This is the high priestess. I'm going to read it in the upright as well. Look, it's two things talking about wishes. Aladdin grants the wish. The fairy godmother grants the wish. So you're both in reverse here. Interesting. And then we have strength, beauty, and the beast. Okay. Let me tap into this energy and then channel what your week ahead is like, okay? I don't know where to put these, and I always feel like I'm not quite getting it right here. Okay. Let me channel what this is about. Interesting. We had a secret matter, a mystery, hidden things. This high priestess was in reverse here. So let's see. Okay, pile number one. This is an interesting energy that I'm reading through here. Let me peel this all back for you, okay? Gorgeous angel. If it doesn't resonate, then go check out another pile. It could be you or energy around you, your situation, circumstance, other people, or your specific energy. If I say you, just apply it to whomever, however, okay, but the energy should be resonating for you for the week ahead. And again, loosely, the next 10 days, 7 days, 5 days, 3 days, coming into existence, out of existence. This is energy I'm reading at the time of the video, okay, but we're all sort of in different places in our timeline. Energy is not fixed in any form, and so this is why we can't really gauge energy so much as coming into existence, okay? So what is happening here? I feel one predominant energy. I will read this as sort of your energy, okay? There's something here about the fine line, and it's the fine line between maybe falling back into, now I say falling back, I don't see anything here, but it seems to me like there is sort of like a caution, a warning of sorts, if you will, but it's more like being very present and aware in your energy, to not to sort of ride a wave that might be emotionally charged, you know? So it seems to me like there is this huge shift, things going out of existence in your world. Okay. And it could be the way we relate or the way we're engaged or a certain pattern, a certain way of being that maybe in the past sort of ran us. And I do feel it has something to do with our emotions potentially. Okay. We could be heavily charged, or we could react or respond in a certain way. And I feel like our response might be something that is sort of on auto program or just triggered. And this to me looks like some form of a triggering that might be automatic. And I feel like there is this fine line, like you're getting something under control, under your own ability to be in the present and monitor. And so although we see submission here, I feel like it's not a negative thing. I feel like it's, you know, like when we read these words, and like I say, we don't take the words literally in the energy, although it is the flavor of the reading here: powerlessness, enslavement, fragility, weakness, subjugation, dependency. It was coming in reverse because I feel like something was controlling you from within you. Okay, but it might have appeared as outside circumstances, like I have no agency or control over what I say or do or my emotions, or I just get triggered, or I don't understand my emotions, you know, and it sort of has a mind of its own. I feel like there is an energy here of a strong desire, of a wish that potentially you've been wanting, or something to align. We see the genie and the fairy godmother. Okay, I think wishes are being granted in a way here that I feel like couldn't come into manifestation. I feel there was a block. Okay, you might have felt like there was a block, something very slow or unknown. Like, I can't see how this will manifest. I can't see how this will give birth to something here in the 3D world, because there was your own getting in the way, you know? It seemed like some form of thing that needed to fall away within you, a way of being, a way of engagement, an understanding of self or emotion, and then the right amount of energy of engagement here with easy does it, because I feel like things could get heated very quickly. And so maybe we were really needing to regulate our passion or our emotion, or maybe there was a fear of the emotions overtaking us in some way. You know, I feel like this is a very positive reading. Okay, a very positive reading, because we're seeing the fish, which is talking about great abundance here. And I feel like, again, wishes are being granted in the realm that we couldn't birth it or manifest it. And I do feel like there's the two sides of the coin that come through a lot of these cards for me. Okay, because I saw temperance here, and I was seeing too much of this vinegar could sort of ruin the broth. Too much of anything could be very corrosive. It could be very too much, you know, too concentrated. And so I feel like there was something of the past, okay, that is has been adopted or developed through you, through, I think, energy memory. Okay, it's like my energy body or my emotional body or my way of reacting has been programmed from past experiences here. And I feel like it was driving your energy. And so there's like seeing through what isn't you. And I feel like the ability to be more flexible in seeing where the programming is sort of taking a life of its own. For a lot of you guys, it could definitely be like I say, there's this fine line between like just sort of feeling like I can't even put this into words. Let's say you get to a certain point in whatever this might be. Like, let's say you spend, a year at a job and then you keep turning jobs, or like you get to the 6-month mark in a relationship and then you keep turning relationships, or like there's some point in time that I feel you cross over a threshold and things don't work, or they just it's too, you just got to back out, or it doesn't develop past that point. You see the true colors of whatever that is in some way, and it's almost like a sabotage type energy. Okay. And it never sort of proceeds past that. And then there's like a reset, and we go maybe to the next job or to the next relationship or something like this. And it's like, I don't understand where this pattern is or why things can't align, because I do feel there's a deep, deep desire to fulfill yourself and to fully sort of ride the storm. And so there was something within you that wasn't understood or disconnected, I feel, and it had to be seen through or understood. There's an authentic part of self here that was lost in the wave in some way, or maybe we just didn't understand ourselves or realize why we were reacting or doing or feeling the way we were feeling, because we couldn't help but feel the way we were feeling, which was a distaste maybe of at a certain point. I don't know what this is for all of you guys. It's different here. And it's like then the side of you would come out that maybe, like I said, with sabotage, or like the side of you maybe that you didn't understand and like could be very I don't know, disastrous is a word that comes through. I know it's very strong, but it's like sabotaging or ruining, or just like coming through as a realization that you can't unsee. And it's like, well, it's not for me, or it's not good for me, or something like this. And it's like, how could every job then be just not fit, or how could every relationship then be get to this point? It's like, maybe I'm not meant to have, like someone in my life consistently. And it's like this energy of self, really. But the week ahead, I feel you're one and done with this thing. I feel like you finally see this part of self that might have been very hidden from you for quite some time, that was running your life in some way, because it would make you act in a certain way or see something in a certain way that you couldn't unsee and take action, like leave that job or go leave that relationship, or I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to put this thing into words here, It was almost like your own energy had a mind of its own, and there was this unstoppable energy within you that could have been destructive, or could have been controlling your world or making decisions that in hindsight was like, go back to the drawing board, And it's like it didn't seem to like amounts to a fruitful outcome, because it's like, if we have to keep starting at the drawing board, there's an advantage to it for sure. There's almost like a giving up energy that comes with this energy, rather than, when the going gets tough, I get going. That's exactly what it feels like. When the going gets tough, I get going. And then what amounts of this, and then maybe we sit there in hindsight saying, whoa, I can't handle a relationship, or I can't handle stress, or just like no one understands me, or it's not going perfect, or it's not in a way here. And it's like, we understand now that it's like, it's not about everything being perfect or lined up. And I don't think you thought you were looking for perfection, but I feel like there's a real butting up against this part of yourself that, unless it was really sat with and understood to the point where we could shed the part that we could do without. And I think this is the part, is like, I could do without this part of self that was what I wore when I engaged in this thing, not knowing maybe that it was a disguise of sorts, to protect me, because I think this was meaning well. It was maybe trying to protect something within you. Okay. And maybe it was this energy of like a protection, so we don't have to get deeper, so we don't have to dive into emotions that maybe we don't know how to regulate, or maybe are very scary or turbulent, or just like, how do I navigate this thing? And so the week ahead for me, it really coming through here as you overcome this thing, this internal thing that's finally released, or you're working through shedding that part. But also in conjunction with this, there's you crossing over the threshold of that point in time of whatever situation. We'll pull some more cards to see what this could be, that allows you to get your wish. That the manifestation is being born here of something that maybe would have never been born, or would have fallen short if you would have just gave into old ways or old patterns. Okay, I do feel like you almost felt really controlled by that part of yourself, or like drained by that part of yourself, because obviously what was starting over is fairly draining. And it could have been that we were trying to protect ourselves from situations, circumstances, from taking from us, like taking something that we didn't want to be exposed to. It's like, what if I get taken for a ride or advantage of, and then I have no control or no agency over what I can do and say? And it's like, then I'll be stuck here or trapped here, in some capacity, regardless of what this thing is. But I feel like whatever environment you have is the right environment here for you to overcome this. And I do feel like, yes, you're still cautious, but I feel like you're laying the foundation here for a future development that does look very, very, very promising. And I feel like it's a controlled but steady environment for you to remove the false mask, or that need to cover something up here, because I feel now's the time, and you feel now's the time. Okay. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe there was like, this like, again, like an unbalanced, unregulated version of self that would just like burn out, or become exhausted, or like come to a point where it was just too intense, And now I feel like whatever was too hot or too intense becomes like a guiding inspiration here of a balanced way of engagement. But I feel it does still come from a very strong passion, because I do feel like whatever this is very, very, very abundant, very lucrative for you. And I feel it's in multiple areas of your world, or at least this is how you see this thing. And I feel like it's a lot easier maybe than it has ever been in the past. Like, you almost feel like an inner strength pulling through you that allows you to dispel any preconceived notions of how difficult it might be, or beliefs of like fear that were keeping you from engaging, or jumping into feet, is what I feel. It's like being dispelled. And I'm getting like these two things. Like, I don't know, it could definitely, like I said, be two versions of you. It's like the version of me that always is welcomed or seen or gets things done or is okay. And then there's the other version of me that maybe, like ruins things, or like sabotages things, or that I know is like the ugly side of me, let's just say, And it's like, no, we're no longer sort of seeing ourselves as like the ugly part of me that I want to shy away. It's like, I want to be all of myself, and even the parts of me maybe that I used to see as a difficult version of me that's hard to work with or hard to digest or hard to engage with. I feel like it's an environment here that welcomes this, but I feel like the more it's sort of welcoming, the more we can sort of shed this part of ourself and that belief that it's a difficult self and I can't be me, or I can't allow this part of me to be experienced or seen. And so for a lot of you guys, this has been like a lifetime journey, I feel, of overcoming this thing. And I don't know if it's like a repeat thing. So it could be, like I said, like every time I get to a certain point of achievement in my life at work or in a relationship, or I don't know, or even moving, towns or cities or whatever, it's like I can never really explore the depths. And it's a coping mechanism because I feel like we were always sort of brushing the surface. And there was too much fear in going in deep in some way. And I say fear, but a coping mechanism, because like I said, the experience of the past has been the energy that's been sort of remembered and known. And it's like I want to find abundance, and I want to find what I'm looking for by doing the same thing over and over, and turn a blind eye to something that I haven't tried before, because the thing I haven't really been able to overcome here might have made me feel, again, like uncomfortably weak, or like I'm like going to lose myself. And I feel like there's an easing into this energy that allows you to be comfortable with flowing into it, moving with it, and exploring whatever this thing is. So let's just see for the week ahead. Should we use these cards? Spirits. Yeah, let's use these cards. No, should we? I don't know. I'm kind of torn here which cards to use. We might pull some of these, and then we might pull some other tarot here if we don't get a clear picture, because I feel like we might be missing something. Spirit, what is it the pile one needs to know about the week ahead? Now, I do see it is time. Okay, it is time here. Divine timing is definitely... now's the time. Okay, so whatever situation you have is the right, perfect place, time, thing, person, whatever this is about for you to overcome this thing. Release whatever it is that wasn't serving your progress. And also, I feel like there is this wish that's coming through very, very strong here. Okay, with the 17, which is the star, we see divine timing. The star is all about getting one's wish. We see the genie and the fairy godmother, like I said, and the genie is out. The genie has heard your wish. The fairy godmother is granting this wish with this key here. But I feel like it was needing to heal, again with the star, the thing that was getting in the way of sweet victory and experience. And that was your journey. And so you're overcoming this challenge. So let's see, for the week ahead for pile number one, Spirit, what more do they need to know about the week ahead? One more. I'm going to read them all in the upright, okay? Okay, we have the Guide of Swords. So the guide, I do believe, is the Knight, but I'm going to see for sure. Interesting, I don't use these cards too often, but okay, so what's the major? So we have the Child, which is the Page, and we have, okay, the Seeker is the Knight, and the Guide is the Queen, okay, in a traditional tarot pack, and then the Guardian is the King. So we got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so Queen of Swords, depicted by Robin Hood. Interesting Robin Hood theme keeps coming through my readings lately. And he has this bag of money. So stealing from the poor to give to the rich. There was like a trade-off here, you know? And that's the energy, like what I was picking through. It's like, how did he even put this into words, spirits? But this is totally it. It's like robbing from Peter to pay Paul. And it's like, I don't know. It was like trying to find the right balance of something here, you know, because it's like it always comes with one sort of downside, you know, in order to attain or achieve. And then we're still on the run, and we still can't just like have abundance without it being some form of like trade-off or some elaborate thing. But the Queen of Swords learns through experience and wisdom and understanding, and she can apply the knowledge towards wisdom. So now she can speak, walk, and talk from a place of wisdom and understanding and clarity, because she sort of went through that journey of understanding. And we're seeing the Chariot here, which is, I was really feeling from the number 7s we were getting in the card layout. Okay, so Chariot is all about forward movement, success, balance, and shadow integration. And so here's the yellow brick road leading to this beautiful, again, this wish or this destined path that Perth is guiding you towards. And here he has this bag of abundance. Like, one thing is certain with all this fish and the bag of money, like something is abundantly yours in the material world. Like, it's manifesting here. It's in your hands. And at the same time, there's this like understanding that comes through this journey. I feel is very healing and rewarding to you. Okay, and then we have the 4 of crystals. So this is the 4 pentacles, and climbing up this tree house. So 4 pentacles is the card of, you know, we're hanging on to what it is that we do have, in fear that we might lose what we have if we take risk or move forward or let go of some aspect in order to gain something else. So it is coming from sort of a scarcity mindset, coming out of the comfort zone, that in which we know or feels comfortable and familiar, like this tree house. So there is something about your stability, something about your comforts and building this. Like I said, if it's a job, if it's a relationship, it's like, where can I feel comfortable and build this? Because I haven't had that ability to anchor in or root into anywhere. And it's like on the go or on the run, or it's almost like a vagabond energy. Like, there's no place I can really call home except for a place that I go to that's within myself or that I understand, you know, and it's like, it's kind of giving me littlest hobo energy. I know it's giving away my age, but it's like at the end of the show, the littlest hobo never stays, you know, he always keeps going to help another sort of person or someone else in trouble. And then it never has a home, but everywhere is its home. Yeah, the littlest hobo like theme song is running through my head here. And now I feel like we're tired of moving in some way, you know? It's like, where can I call my home? I think we're going home. Wow. Okay. So then what do we have? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, going home. Look at this. It's all about family. And look, now he's inside with this fireplace, feeling safe, feeling secure. The Christmas time, where we definitely feel like totally like whole and peaceful and like loved, and like family means everything here, in our security and stability around Christmas. It's warm, it's safe, you know. And here's this fire we were seeing. It's something that can house all of you, even the side of you I feel maybe that was very, I don't know, fiery, unruly, maybe out of control, because I feel like we might have felt part of us was, I don't know if ugly is the right word, you know, was like vicious or like too wild or like too unruly or like too like not accepting a part of ourselves. And it's like this place has a chimney that allows there to accept your fiery energy and an outlet for you to still feel safe in some way. I don't know how else to describe it, you know? But we see others here. We see others in this building this tree house. So I feel like it's your support of others. We see the rainbows here, which for me always talks about the change of perspective or the multiple perspectives we can gain that allows us to not be fixed in one sort of understanding that drives action based on that understanding, but maintain multiple perspectives that maybe allows us to do things differently. Okay, we see acorns and snail. And so for me, that's all about that length of time it takes, and something could have taken a very, very, very long time. And like I said, with this Perth, it almost seems like a lifelong journey or something that's been really, really taking so long, like a wish of yours, a dream of yours. Like, when will I ever find that acceptance, that welcoming feeling? 10 Pentacles. Wow. So that's building your legacy, committing to something. Again, with this house, like I said, stability, it's security. There's the journey towards this thing. And then we have the Lovers, Hansel and Gretel. Wow, Gemini energy. So Hansel and Gretel is giving me this energy of like family, feeling like home, walking down this path, not feeling alone or abandoned. But at the same time, it's like, I think you've been feeling like wandering, you know, where's my home? Where's my people? Where's my community? Now it's like, here's my person, here's my community. And that within itself now feels like home, even if I'm wandering, because I feel like we're still on this path, but rather than feeling, I don't know, rather than feeling like we have to defend ourselves and like know it in some way, it's like I could be innocent. I could feel safe here to just be myself and drop this disguise. Interesting that the little Hansel has a Peter Pan hat and a Robin Hood hat. And here he is here. Interesting that I said Peter Pan, and that was what was coming through my reading. So the Lovers talks about an option. The Lovers talks about our destined path. So let's see, because Hansel and Gretel get lost here, okay? And the fish could talk about being sort of lost, needing a direction, needing some form of direction. The Chariots is definitely going in a direction here. This path is leading in a direction here. There's something about being lost. Let's use this tarot here, okay? The Lux Tarot cards is what I'm using. So let's see, Spirit, for the week ahead, can we close out this reading? But first, let me see what's with this Lovers. What if Spirit wants to say about the Lovers, this Hansel and Gretel? We have the Ace of Swords, and it is in reverse. It says Quetzalcoatl and Justice. Did I just flip it this way? Okay, I just flipped it this way. I don't know why. Justice, Valkyrie. Libra energy. Okay, very interesting. So, pile number one. I feel like there was this inability to see through something here. Okay, like getting in our own way, like I said, not seeing the truth of something until something was released or shed. Okay, and I feel like whatever path that you are on, I feel like you finally in this week ahead understand some form of balance and some ability for you to feel seen, even if, let's say, things aren't completely ironed out or understood, like where you're going or where things are sort of going to go. I don't feel as ironed out. Like there's still we don't know, like we don't know where this path sort of leads, but we do know that it feels right. And we do know that there is a form of balance within me to be able to walk this road where maybe in the past I would have just turned the other way, or would have not have even gone down this path. It's like I feel safe, I feel secure, I feel balanced enough. I feel like even if I don't see the end of the path, it's okay. And I feel like you're closing out some sort of karmic lesson or some sort of, I don't know, some sort of karmic lesson I feel here, because like I said, it feels like a lifelong thing of development that was having to be understood by you and worked through by you in order for you to gain some sort of victory here, which I do feel you're walking towards, but I don't feel you are alone. So let's ask Spirit for the week ahead to close this out for pile 1. For the week ahead, what is this about? Can we tie this all together for pile 1, Spirit? Thank you so much for this message for pile 1. So it does feel like it's meant for you with the Lovers for sure. Okay. And it's something you've been, I feel, praying for or wishing for or really, really sort of wanting for yourself. It just never sort of happened or could make itself clear to you. Okay. We have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So 8 of Wands is, when it's in the reverse, it could talk about feeling stuck or blocked. An inability to maybe, again, like speak some greater truth in order for you to have forward momentum. Let's see, for the week ahead, Spirit, what's going on for pile 1 here? Clear and concise message. The 10 of Wands. Yeah, burdened by an inability to take action on the fire even. It's like maybe you had a lot of passion, desire, and it's like every time I get sold on something, it's like it becomes a burden or too heavy and it's too intense or something like this, and then I can't no more, and then the opposite sort of happens. It either falls apart or I feel like I got to go on my own, or I can't balance my energy in some way, or I can't trust it working out. It's like it finally works out in your favor. 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, like the I don't know, you always feel like you have to lose out or miss out or something like this, or you can't be seen in your truest form. Okay, because 6 of Wands can talk about like public victory or how like others are seeing you. Okay, so why is this 8 of Wands in reverse here? We have the Knight of Wands. Lots of Wands energy. And then we have the 9 of Cups in reverse under the 10 of Wands. It says the Kraken. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And we have Death at the bottom of the deck, and then the Page of Pentacles under that. Wow, Scorpio energy. So what is this about? Death. Like I said, there's this release, okay? And it is in a major arcana. So not like a 10 swords where it's like the end of a job or the end of a experience, situation, circumstance, where nothing internal is sort of released or transformed. This is the card of transformation. Whatever was getting in your energy field that was creating a stagnation or a stuckness here, it was creating a missing out or a loss or feeling unsuccessful, feeling very burdened by an inability to follow on one's passion, follow on one's inspiration, desire, to a point where we feel we've overcome some sort of hump. It left us feeling emotionally unsatisfied, and it also was definitely connected to a part of our emotions that maybe we couldn't explore further, or we felt like we had to suppress because we didn't feel safe enough to be seen, like allow people to see us in our truest light. And so we suppress that part of me, like it's not good enough, or it'll be shunned, or it won't be the right sort of energy to show to others, or to let this energy out. And so the suppression, I think, was very heavy here to carry. And I feel like it would result in us not feeling emotionally satisfied by suppressing a part of self that was wanting to be experienced and not getting what we want. And so it seemed to me like it was just staying there for I don't know how long, like being stuck. And it's like, well, you have the desire and you have the fire to overcome this thing, but it's like, how do I overcome this thing? It seemed like it kept you in this state for some time. And I do feel, like I said, you either wish you could move beyond that or work through releasing something or see something in yourself that would allow you to overcome this. And I think that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens here, you know? And so there's like a multiple message, because I do feel like wherever you are situated here, whatever this job, place, thing, situation, circumstance is, I feel like it's still unfolding, but I feel like it feels to you very balanced in a way that's like, I feel safe to allow myself to welcome all parts of me, transform what I need to, release what isn't working, what was keeping me stuck. And any part of you that was emotionally dissatisfied sort of falls away here. And it falls away because the part of you that was not welcomed feels very welcomed here. It feels very much safe to do so, to allow yourself to express yourself. And I don't know, like do this thing. And look at the little owl. So it's giving me Queen of Swords energy, which is the wisdom through the experience to know. And I think you finally know or understand something here through experience. Okay. Yeah. So this is your reading, pile number 1. A very interesting reading. Let me know in the comments if this does resonate for you, gorgeous angels, and I will see you at the next one. All right, bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angel. Pile number 2, you guys picked the clouds with the King of Wands, or the King of Clubs, and the number 6. So we're going to pull your cards together for the week ahead. Please keep in mind that energy is not fixed. So this could be the next 10 days, 7 days, 5 days, could be coming into existence as you watch this video. Okay, so don't get hung up on timing, although it is the energy coming in for you whenever you click on this video. And I do ask you sit through this card layout to develop your intuition. Okay, if you want to go straight away to your reading, your channeled message, you can do so and click on the timestamp below, but we'll pull the cards together. And we'll ask Spirit for pile number 2. Let's click on this option for the collective. What's in store for the week ahead energetically? What's happening for pile number 2 for the week ahead? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. Spirit, please help me to channel in a way that pile 2 will understand the messages being communicated for them at this time. So there is one more for pile number 2. There it is. And one of these. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you, spirits. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here. We'll pull 3 of these as well. And it's coming out. Just 2. Okay. And let's pull your buttons. Now, I do have the tarot here. I didn't show these at the beginning because it kind of came as an afterthought. So, we'll have the tarot here. Okay. So, let's pull your buttons. I feel there is other. Okay. So, what do we have? We have the A-frame ladder, number 70. I'll hold these up shortly so you guys can see. We have the cigarette, or no, what is it? Looks like a cigarette. It's a match, I think. 79. 70, 79. And then we have, it's like a fuel tank from empty to full, but it's on empty right now, 62. We have 32 with the white glove or the magic glove. And we have 52 with the waffle, some butter on it. And we have 27, and it looks like a tree here, okay, with no leaves. So take a look at these. Okay, so let's put these here. Okay, and your rune is Wunjo, and it says joy, comfort, pleasure, fellowship, harmony, prosperity, ecstasy, glory, spiritual reward, but also the possibility of going over the top. Interesting. Okay, and we have publicity, number 5. Feel like it's like this. So we have Jupiter in Leo with publicity. And we have rebellion. Wow. Okay, so we have Mars in Aquarius, number 11. Aquarius with the stars here as well. And we have Venus in Taurus with romance, number 2. Interesting. All right. So 6 could be lovers as well. We have romance here. This could be a relationship reading, although I'm not feeling it so much just yet. Let's see. We have harmony. That came through in your Wunjo. Okay. So it says tranquility, kindness, calm, comfort, adaptation, friendliness. Type 9, the peacemaker, instinctive center between forgetting and asserting oneself. Compulsion, ideal, ego level, 9. So 9 is about fruition, completion, fulfillment. And we have some Virgo Cancer energy here. And then we also have loyalty with another 6. 66, a master number, service is a source of joy, in which one pours from an overflowing cup, not martyrdom. Responsibility, belonging, family, sureness, solidarity, and commitment. Type 6, the loyalist, thinking center between mistrust and trust. Compulsion, ideal, ego level, with the gold here. Okay, let's keep going. We have Peter Pan. Interesting. I thought Robin Hood was Peter Pan in pile number 1. And I was like going between the two. And now we got actual Peter Pan here. So this is the card of the Chariot. Okay, number 7. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. And then we have the 8 of Cups, or 8 hearts. And you see the 2 people playing the flute here. Okay. Let us see what's here. So we have the Great Serpent, the Ouroboros here with 45, or the number 9. So now we have 99. Being the change you wish to see and helping humanity release what no longer works. Interesting. We have Wise Salt, and this is 28, or the number 10. And we have Quicksilver, number 24, or the number 6. So 66 here. Okay, which we were getting with the 66 here as well. So you may be seeing 666, 3 6s. There's a hair here. Okay, let me tap into this energy and see what it is for the week ahead that's coming through for you guys. Okay, you can click straight away on the channeled message if you want to skip forward. Let me see what comes through here. Okay, interesting energy. hopefully this becomes more clear as we start to channel here, okay? I feel like there's an old energy and then there's sort of this new energy, because I do feel like there is a realignment here. And to realign, we sort of have to realize or accept something that isn't working. Because I feel like there's something that isn't working, and maybe it hasn't been working for some time, but I feel like there might have been a lot of confusion or uncertainty, or how do I navigate, or how do I take action? So maybe we knew where we sort of wanted to be, but it was like I have to resolve something in the past, maybe, or come to an understanding of something first. And so it created maybe confusion in regards to the new, like, how do I move forward in the new? How do I understand the new, accept the new, or even take action towards the new? Okay, and so I feel like maybe in order for there to be acceptance of the new, because I feel like the new represents your happiness here, and I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you understood this on some level, but it's like I can't reach there, or I can't welcome this new with unless I deal with what isn't working for me, because I feel there's something that isn't working for you. And I feel like for the week ahead, there's this understanding that what needs to be done here in order for you to claim the new is what you got to do. And so maybe there's something here you were, I don't know, like it almost feels like if I don't have to do the dirty work, or if I don't have to do something here, then maybe things would align in some way. So there could have been procrastination, or just, I feel like it's more like confusion. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, or maybe it never felt like it was the right time. Because I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you might have just felt like your environment wasn't abundant or producing anything here. And it's like, I now understand or see that I have to do something if I want something to happen. And maybe you really didn't want to get your hands dirty or seem like the bad guy or go through a process here, But I feel like there is this old thing, okay, old, I don't know what it is, old commitment or old world or some form of your past. And it's almost like, how we have to make peace with the past or make amends with the past, or I don't know if there was something about the past you had to understand or clear up, or wait to see the sign, or wait for the perfect time, or be acknowledged somewhere else. I don't know, maybe it was like the new wasn't completely aligned just yet in some way. Like there was no, maybe you weren't sold on the new yet, because it didn't harmonize, or it wasn't at a point here where it's like, okay, it's now seen, or now I understand it clearly here, and now I must deal with my set of circumstance or my situation and take action and do the thing maybe I was not wanting to say, or say the thing I wasn't wanting to say, or recognize something. I feel like you're taking action is essentially at the end of the day in dealing something with the past that maybe you are prolonging or delaying. And it's in order for you to be able to move with the new, because I feel like you can no longer sort of stick around in a place where it was not producing. And I feel like you just felt like maybe you had to stay put there again. I don't know, but it didn't fuel you up. And I feel like there's an understanding of where your allegiance sort of lies. Yeah, there's an understanding of where your allegiance lies, and it becomes clear to you. I don't know how else to say it, you know? Let me see with the tarot, okay? Because I don't know necessarily that I'm seeing or understanding it fully. Spirit, what am I missing here for the week ahead for pile number 2 here? Clear and concise message. Actually, I'm going to pull these ones here. Oops, hang on one second. Buttons are falling. Okay, let's pull these first, okay? And then we'll pull these. So, Spirit, what am I not seeing? Can we get a little bit more here for pile number 1 regarding the week ahead? Like, whatever you're aligning with is definitely joyous. But it's like maybe we couldn't quite act or move towards it in the past here. This felt like this, Snow White. So that's the Hermit. Yeah, it's like Snow White sleeping here, but it's like, I don't know, we weren't moving, that's for sure, but now I feel like there is a movement or something's understood by you. So you have some Virgo energy for pile number 2. What is this message of the week ahead? We see the Ace of Wands. I'm not reading reversals here, but I will pick up the energy. Ace of Wands. Okay, so that's this. Spark of inspiration here. Something that gets us to move or act or wake us up from something. A Seeker of Crystals. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. And he is the lion from the Wizard of Oz. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Swords. Put something behind you. And look at the Ouroboros in both of these, you guys. It's like the cycle of life. Are we starting a new cycle here by putting something to end or to bed? So it's like moving from one place to another, going from one job to another, or from one relationship to another. I mean, this says romance. So I feel like it's something harmonious here that you could be loyal to, which definitely could be a relationship, but I feel it's something that's on your level. And then we have the Guardian of Swords. This is the King of Swords. Something that is very clear to you. And look, Red Rose to me talks about romance. I don't know, pile number 1, this is interesting, or pile 1, pile 2, this is an interesting reading. I feel like there's some thing in your world. Like the shoe can't drop just yet. There might have been an understanding of a need to move or set sail or accept the new in some way to be loyal to. But it's like, as long as I am in the old world, and I felt like we might have felt like we had to make peace with the old world or understand something about the old world, or there was something that was unresolved or we couldn't see our way through. Like there was maybe needs to clearly know that the new world was something that we were certain about, you know, before I set sail or before I like begin the new. I have to know that it's loyal to me, or that it will be harmonious, or that it's something that, yeah, is like balanced, or like is clear to me here. And now there's this like a refusal of like staying put or accepting the past, and like seeing that the past isn't going to be abundant or fruitful, and that the only way to bring in some sort of happiness here, or something that you can enjoy, is to release the past, to put an end to something. Sorry, 10 Swords. And maybe we just didn't want to get our hands dirty. Like, this is how I see, you know, or it wasn't the perfect time. It's like, I don't know how to address or take action on this or speak it. Maybe you just felt like drained, or like it wasn't in you, or you never felt like, there's something here about being tired. This is a real mishmash of energy. Tired, needing clarity, something in the past that was still unresolved in some way, and maybe we just needed to accept some sort of form of greater truth. I do feel like you are being guided. I do feel like there's something about you finally understanding or seeing something completely and coming to acceptance, and then being flexible enough for you to have movement to close out what isn't working. And I feel this comes through way of an inspired sort of like, okay, now I understand what I need to do or how I got to take action here. It becomes clear. So let's see what I am missing here. For pile number 2, Spirit, can we get clarity here for this reading? Clear and concise message for pile 2. What are they needing to know about the week ahead here? Clear and concise message. What can they expect for the week ahead? 7 of Pentacles, Gremlins. So again, it's like wherever you were invested, I don't think was producing, and something to do with the past. It's like I could be there maintaining or giving to a circumstance or situation that seemed like it was not producing, exhausting. It feels very tiring too. 6 of Pentacles. So this is about this balanced giving and receiving. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So for a lot of you guys with all this pentacle stuff, it's like it could be talking about your work, where you're sort of invested, spending your time. It's not paying you enough, or it's not giving you enough here. And it's like, I can't stay here day in, day out and invest my time, whatever this is, in a practical way, even if it is like, for some of you guys, like I said, in a relationship. 6 of Cups in reverse. So something about the past again. The 6 of Cups in reverse is a person, place, or thing of the past, okay, that you were sort of stuck emotionally on. And this definitely could be the feeling that I have. It's like all things point to new, but emotionally, something about the past or my past, where I'm at, has become a part of the past, but I haven't allowed myself to transition to the new just yet. So I'm stuck here emotionally, but in all other regards, it's not supporting me, paying me, or allowing me to move towards the new. 3 of Swords in reverse. So I think we were preventing, like, oh, it'll be so disappointing if I leave here or confirm something. Like, it's like making something official. It'd be too painful, and we're sort of prolonging. Like I said, we didn't want to do the dirty work or get our hands dirty, and it's like, I'll just sort of stay here. I don't know. It's like giving your notice, or like breaking up with someone is what it feels like, so you can go move on and have a new life. Look, 9 Cups. So be happy. It's like a trade-off to your emotional happiness here. Why is this 8 of Pentacles in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse? Knight of Swords and the 9 of Wands. This is Pumpkinhead. Look at, he's coming down with that sword. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys are confronting something. Okay, I was really feeling this. It's like something you had to say or something you had to do to release yourself from the past, so you could break through to what's aligned, something that you're wanting to be loyal to. And I think it's like, like a silver lining, or like, it's like we have to make peace with the past or let go of the past to welcome the new. I think it becomes very clear to you. And I don't know what you're waiting for, but I do feel like maybe whatever you were waiting for is given to you or seen by you or understood by you in the week to come. I feel like it's like, wow, like with this harmony and this sweet waffle, it's like now I know what direction to move because it feels good. Okay, and with that Hermit energy, and that 7 is like that is about understanding and reflection, okay? And also Chariot's like movement. The Three of Pentacles, and under that's the Four of Swords. Remember, so there's something about sleeping or healing. And we're seeing the Dracula here. Some of you guys might have been tied to pile 1. Okay, maybe. It could be your energy or the same energy in a different aspect here, because we had the vampire teeth. There's something that's very draining, I feel. This is vampire. And Three Pentacles. The Three Pentacles is all about working together, collaborating and cooperating and building something with another. I feel like I need to do another round here because there's, I don't know, maybe this is making sense to you. It feels very open-ended to me, but maybe it's just this is the week ahead, you know? It's like I can confront or deal with something here that I was delaying or prolonging because I didn't have enough energy, or I don't know. Let's see. Spirit, can we close out this reading? What is it the pile 2 needs to know about the week ahead? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Maybe it's like, where do I want to put my loyalty? There might have been a lot of question around this or confusion around this. Like where to take action. Let's see. Spirit, what is it that pile 2 needs to know about the week ahead? So we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. You're freeing yourself from some sort of limiting belief. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Hangman. We see it differently here. Pisces energy. Why is the 8 Swords in reverse? It's the 4 of Cups. Yeah, because it's not fulfilling there. The 7 of Swords. So 7 swords could mean deception, but it could just mean we're not acting in line with our greatest truth here. And I feel like there's so many cards sort of looking towards the past. It's like the past becomes apparently clear that it's like I can't be loyal to it, or I'm being loyal to something in the past. Or why is this Hangman here? It's Pisces energy. It's the Tower in reverse. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles and the World in reverse with the Ouroboros. How many times are we going to see this, you guys? Maybe this is a sign for you guys. The Ouroboros here, the Ouroboros here, the Ouroboros is coming through with this World. Okay, infinity sign. Let me sit here with this energy. Wow. It's challenging me today with these readings for sure, but let's see. I'm going to pull a card for the 7 of Swords and then one for the Tower here, okay? 2 of Swords. Yeah, we were sitting there sort of idle. I'm going to leave that one there too. Okay, let's see. Why is this 7 of Swords here, Spirit? Why is this 7 of Swords here? 7 of Cups. Well, that's that confusion, uncertainty, and then strength. Leo energy. Okay, why is this Tower here? 6 of Pentacles coming out again. Yeah. Okay, and then the 2 of Wands, and then the Lovers in reverse. Oh my goodness. Succubus. Okay. Succubus. The Vampire. Okay. Okay. Beautiful angels. This is sort of a really crazy sort of reading. Crazy because, I don't know, just feels immediate. And so, I don't know. What's going on here? This is clear, this reading. What's the messaging? Okay, but I don't know. You'll have to take it into context here. I feel like something, this could be your energy, someone around you, okay? I feel like there is something about where you, I'm going to say you, were invested in your world, and you might have been there for quite some time, because I feel as though there's a lot of emotional attachment to whatever this thing is that's developed some form of understanding you might have about this thing. Okay, I feel there's finally some revelation that happens, some understanding that frees you from a belief that's kept you loyal to a situation here, even though that situation might have been not producing And I feel like maybe it was like I didn't want to accept, and I didn't want to maybe take action, or like I said, be the bad guy, or take formal action. Maybe it would change, or I don't know. There's a lot of like waiting around, seeing, but at the same time we were getting drained and getting very much like a victim of circumstance is what it feels like. And now it's like I have the strength and the energy and the courage here towards aligning myself with something that actually feels good and harmonious, because I can actually see and understand this now. And that I was trying to prevent maybe heartbreak or disappointments. And like, so I wasn't sure, because it's like, I want to prevent further disappointment. I want to prevent things that I don't need to do if I don't need to do them. And so there might have been just like not sure what would happen if I left this job or left this relationship or made something official, or, like did something to make it official or to say something that would be clear. And I feel like we were playing it safe for too long. And I feel like this is the thing that was coming to an end here, because I feel like we sat feeling drained, maybe feeling unseen, maybe feeling like all of the energy we were inputting wasn't resulting or amounting to anything here. And I feel like you're at the precipice of now seeing clearly that a choice is here to be made, and it's putting you on the path of your sort of destined future. And it's like, if I want to be loyal to what I'm supposed to sort of experience here, then I must make decisions that are in line with this. And it becomes clear. It's like, what must I let go of? Where am I too held back? Where am I dragging my feet? Where am I not clear? Where am I feeling like too resistant or too, not confident with myself to make decisions or choices? It's like, now I can see, and now I can give to a situation maybe where I was not feeling ready to, for whatever this thought system was going on, So pile number 2, you're at a crossroads here of a major life decision, I feel. And I feel it has been quite blocked. And I feel like your life force energy was diverted in a situation here that was needing to come to an end in order for you to have a new beginning in some place here that I feel is very much aligned with you, and something that you can be loyal to, and something that feels very harmonious and balanced. Because I feel like it gives and receives in a beautiful, balanced way. And I feel like the confusion you might have had was as a result of your own sort of limiting perspectives when it came to dealing with the past, or acknowledging or being honest with something that maybe was very difficult to navigate. It's like, I don't know how to handle it, or I don't know for sure the right way to deal with this thing. And maybe I just don't have the courage to do it, or the strength to finally conclude or close this out, or allow things to fall in a way here that maybe I wasn't prepared. I was expecting the worst, like everything will sort of come tumbling down, and I'm not prepared, or I don't have the energy. Something about you being drained, not having the energy, being too tired, exhausted, that keeps pulling through, but also emotionally depleted and feeling very like not seen. And maybe it's like that's what kept you sort of staying put too, because it's like, I'm just way too tired here to close anything out and to start anew, But yeah, that's about to change. And I do feel like this week ahead is the opportunity to do this. And I do feel like you put an end to what you need to. And I do feel like there's seeing something from a greater understanding that maybe in the past was just, you were too in the weeds of it, or you were just too shut down energetically. And so it created this feeling like stuck to the past, but it's like, it's not producing at all. Okay, beautiful angel, pile number 2. This is your reading. I hope this made sense to you, and I will see you at the next one. All right, bye-bye. Pile number 3, you guys pick card 21, and you have the 8 of clubs, which is the 8 of wands, and then the mountain. 2 different energies sort of pulling through. Mountain is very fixed, solid stuck. 8 of wands is fast moving energy. It's like a breakthrough. It's movement. So we have fixed and moving energy here. So that's interesting energy. 21 is 3. Okay, so What we're looking at is the week ahead. Now, please note that energy isn't fixed, and so week ahead I use loosely. It could be the next 10 days, 7 days, 5 days, 3 days. Could be energy moving into existence right now, passing out of existence, okay, because you guys are all in different places in your timeline. But it should be the energy overall that is surrounding you at the time of watching this reading. So let's ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for beautiful pile 3 regarding the week ahead. Now, please only take the messages that resonate for you. And I do ask that you sit through this card layout and ask Spirit what you'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether this is indeed your pile. Okay, use your own intuition. But if you want to go skip straight away to the channeled message, you can do so. I'll put a timestamp below. Pile number 3 and the week ahead energetically. What is happening for the week ahead energetically for pile 3, Spirit? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3 and their journey. Please help me to channel in a way pile 3 will understand. Is that it? Yes. Thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing the reading. And finally, the Inner Child Fairy Tale Tarot for pile number 3 in the week ahead, Spirit. Thank you so much. I will be reading these in the upright position, although I will be channeling the energy that comes through the cards. Okay, and then I also pulled this tarot, the deluxe tarot cards, because I do feel like we might need some more tarot. So let's pull the buttons and then we'll begin your channel. So for pile number 3. All right. So we have what looks like a controller. We have the vines. Okay, so 15, 76, 33 with word, and it has a person hanging off the word. We have a serpent here, number 39. And we have 2 vines. Interesting, because there are duplicates in this bag, 2 of each, but there's so many. So for you guys to get the same, definitely confirm something about this vine, okay? 76. We have the feather, number 61. We have the camera, 46. That came out for pile 1. And then we have the cowboy boot, which is 53. So hopefully you guys can see this. Sorry, I feel like I'm not going to be able to hold my left hand like that. Let's do this. Okay. That's better. I'll hold these up so you guys can see. Snake is all right. Let's put these down. All right. So you guys have the rune of Fehu, and it says possessions won or earned. Earned income, luck, abundance, financial strength in the present or near future. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. We have detachment, and we have Venus in Aquarius with number 11. And we have Jupiter in Taurus with the card number 2, status. And then we have card number 11 with eccentricity, and it's Saturn in Aquarius. Okay. We have lead, 20. And we have Venus, number 4. We have truth, straightness, trustworthy, lawful, reality, objectivity, comparison. No, compassion. Oh my goodness, comparison. Freudian slip with the black and white here. Comparison, the black and the white. Yeah, the contrast here. Okay, compassion. Essence, growth level 107 and 8. Fascinating. And then we have discharge 29 and 2. Awareness, refusal, self-forgetfulness, inhibition, self-censorship, needs suppression, unconscious prohibition, self-defense mechanism, ego level 29 and 2. Type 2, the helper, emotional center between giving and receiving. Interesting with this red really popping up here. Devil energy. I'm feeling strong Capricorn energy here. Okay. We have the 9 of crystals. So 9 pentacles. And we see the 9 of hearts. Self-fulfillment, self-confidence, building oneself. We have the 4 of Swords. I'm not reading reversals here. Okay. And then we also have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Let me channel this message for you guys. So 8's coming through. Okay. So 8 is about movement, change, attainment. And also about leadership and abundance and goals. But 88's a master number, a higher calling that is grounded in self-awareness and reverence for life. So let's see. You guys can skip ahead if you're wanting to skip ahead. Okay, pile number 3. This does feel like work related here a lot, okay? But you can apply it to your situation as you see fit. I feel like there is some situation that has been feeling like it's been weighing you down, or you felt maybe obliged to it, or like you had to stay there, or even if you didn't feel you had to, it was like it was holding you in place there for whatever reason. And I feel like there is this I'm seeing the breakthrough. I'm also seeing this greater purpose, or this greater energy that comes through for the week ahead that allows you potentially to move beyond things here that maybe would have kept you stuck in the past. And so there could be some real life concerns, like real life concerns that are really fixed, that there's like almost nothing you can do about it, And it's like, it feels like a mixture of accepting what's there and also being able to make moves and decisions regardless of what's there. And I feel like maybe in the past, we felt almost really bound by the things we couldn't do, or situations that felt very fixed and stuck. And we also maybe felt like you guys got 2 vines here, and the vines, like in the shadow, could be like the vine can overtake whatever it's growing on and totally like encompass its thing, like the house or the deck or the side of the wall or the fence or whatever the vine is sort of growing on, or the tree. And then if it grows on something like, let's say, a tree or something living, it could over suffocate that tree in some regard if it grows too big or out of control. Okay, but in the light attribute, like a vine could definitely talk about like it's sort of like a rope here that would allow you to sort of grow over top of some sort of obstacle that seems very fixed. So depending if your energy is sort of the vine that works with something that you can't change, is very fixed, and adapt to it in order to overcome it. It's almost like if you can't beat them, join them type energy, but I feel like it's join them so that we can move through something here rather than trying to control it. Yeah, okay. Now I'm getting another download here. So I feel like for whatever this pile is, I feel like there might have been a very fixed sort of situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be work, but I feel like it's like working on something or working with something or someone here. And it's like, I feel you had to be creative, and I feel like you had to think outside the box for sure. And I feel like there are certain things that are unchangeable aspects of this situation that you had to accept and see as this is fixed. This is something I cannot not change or cannot try to control or do anything about. Okay, and it's made it proven itself to sort of be, is what it is sort of thing, and to be very objective with accepting that. And then there might have been a part of you here that I feel might have been trying to concede or trying to, I don't know, do something where you were at a loss potentially, or do something where maybe you had to compromise or self-sacrifice or not stand up or for what it is that you were needing or wanting for yourself. So it almost seemed like a trade-off here. Okay, but I don't feel like you felt like I feel like you felt like it was, what's the right word? I don't know if there's a word for this thing, but almost feeling like, I don't know what the right word here is. I do feel weighed down by something. I also feel like maybe you felt like you had to trade something that you were wanting. But I feel like for this week ahead, like this shifts towards self-focus in a way here, that you don't have to, I don't know what this is about. It's very hard for me to read this energy, if I got to be honest. It's like, because I don't feel like you're doing anything to sort of try to change a situation, but at the same time, I feel like you're able to accept something and think differently with how you engage here with something and move with something. But I don't feel like you're moving away from something either. And I feel like it's something that maybe you're just changing how you see it or how you engage with it, because I do feel like maybe it was very heavy, or maybe you were seeing what wasn't working in that situation. It's like, I see all the things that don't work, or I see all the things that are challenging me, or I see the surface things, but there's certain things about this that I do feel are rewarding. But I feel like in order to achieve the reward, there might have been something that you were needing to work through here, or something you were needing to detach from. Like this cowboy boot is like kick something out, detach from. But like I said, I don't feel like you're fully like walking away from something here. Let's see, spirits, what am I seeing here? What does pile number 3 need to know? It was a very challenging energy for this week. I'm reading for these 3 piles, specifically for yours. Pile number 3, what is this week ahead for pile 3, spirits, that I'm missing here? What is this energy about for pile 3? All right. Let's see. 4 of crystals, so 4 of pentacles. Building something secure. So see what I mean? It's not moving away from something, and it's adding to something that's already secure. Like this tree, you can't lift the tree. I mean, you could probably cut it down, but it's like working with something that is already solid and adding to it another structure, rather than saying there's a tree in this place, I can't build my home here. And looking at it, like looking at it, I can't build. It's like, I'll just build my home on top of this tree and make it a tree house. Like, seems to be some sort of like outside the box thinking to work with your situation that seemed very fixed or stuck or like disappointing in some way, that it was like it's holding the answer here. It's like, if I can't beat them, join them, like I said, or if I can't control the circumstance and pull this tree out so my land is flat. Maybe you had a vision of building like a home on land. And now it's like, ooh, I have a vision of building this home in the tree. It could still be very secure. It could still be very lucrative. It's like this vine is working around the wall and the tree and the thing. It's still flourishing. It still has life. This is a very interesting energy. Guardian of crystals. So this is the King of Pentacles. Something very lucrative and abundant. Look at this. Possessions won or earned. Earned income, luck, abundance, financial strength in the present or near future. This is the most abundant king when it comes to practical matters. And look, she has the vine on her head. It's like you get an understanding. This is exactly what this is. I always come up against a reading that makes me question whether I could channel at all. But the week ahead is an understanding of how to be the vine and work around some fixed thing that is very fixed, that you cannot uproot or move or something like this, but you work with it. You can adapt to it and still flourish here in a very sort of healthy way. And maybe instead of being weighed down or challenged by it, it's like, whoa, I can work with this thing. And we're seeing the world, and the world is a successful conclusion. And we're seeing the angel of guidance here. And so you're being guided towards something, or guided through the process of closing something here successfully. I feel there's a building of something as well. Okay, Mother Goose. This is the Empress, abundance. Mother Goose. A very beautiful, abundant energy here of love and acceptance, I feel here, for whatever this is. It's rather than maybe, I don't know, like feeling threatened by something or trying to control something, or like that sort of an energy. It's like we come from a different angle, which allows something to flourish here, especially like that's whatever it was that supports you. Like with the 9 Pentacles and the 9 Cups. The Earth Child. Look at the big old Earth here. So 21. This is the Worth card. The World card. Successful conclusion, but the Earth Child. Look at this beautiful baby with the heart here. I can't even put into words what I'm reading here, you guys. I gotta be honest here. It's like very, very profound. I feel like you're sort of almost in awe as well. And maybe you're like not really sort of, I feel you're observing something here. Let's see. It feels very layered, this message. Spirits, what am I seeing here for pile number 3? Pile 3's reading. What am I missing here? Pile 3 for the week ahead. What is this about? 8 of Cups. So 8 of Cups does talk about walking away from something, although like I said, I don't feel you're walking away necessarily, but 9 of Swords, yeah, like I think the stress of how do I move this mountain, or what do I do with the things I can't control or do anything about, because there was a heavy stress or anxiety about it. I feel like that gets left in the past. You're no longer sort of feeding the 9 Swords, which allows you to think creatively here. But let's see, what is it that pile 3 needs to know then about their situation? 3 of Swords, clarified by Temperance. Yeah, something is healed here enough for you to be able to navigate your situation from a different sort of perspective, which I feel in the past might have created a lot of suffering, pain. It's like, whoa, this mountain is here, and so I'm just going to accept defeat in some way. But it's like, no, I can't. I can come from a more balanced sort of perspective here. Accept what I can't change, but allow myself to work with this thing. So we have some Sagittarius energy. The moon. And look at this beast. So the moon can talk about fears. It says werewolf. Uncertainty. Okay, so let's see. Why is this 8 of Cups, 9 of Swords here? The Magician in reverse. So something couldn't have been manifested here. I do feel you felt very sort of stuck. And it's like, do I walk away? Do I just abandon ship? It's too heavy to carry. Do I accept defeat here in some way? And I feel like something is healed or seen or understood by you. The Hermit, understood by you through a process of reflection with the 4 swords and the Hermit. So Virgo energy here, Virgo energy here, Gemini and Sagittarius, and some Cancer with the moon. Okay, so what is the moon here? What's this clarifying? Why is the moon here? Well, why is the moon here, Spirit? Pile number 3. What is the week ahead here with this moon? The 10 of Swords, something coming to an end, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Under that is the 8 of Swords in reverse. I feel like there was something in the way of a flow. Okay, flow, like a mountain would obscure something. There was something you wanted to act upon, okay? Oh my gosh, look at the genie in the lamp. This came up for pile 1. Some of you guys might be connecting with pile 1 for sure. Okay, there's a lot of sort of ties here. I feel like there's an abandoning of some idea, some understanding, something that if we held on to it, it would sort of sink us towards defeat or some form of opposite. Okay, it'd be giving into the fear or keeping us in uncertainty or something like this. I feel like you're able to bring about balance and harmony rather than just sort of be like, well, let me just accept this defeat or this 3-sword type energy or abandon it and walk away. I feel like you, from a place of love here with this Empress energy and this Queen of Cups energy, to come to some deeper understanding that I feel is true to you, but allows you to work around something or with something, and it frees you from the limiting, anxious thoughts that, oh, well, I got to sort of accept defeat or something like this. You don't. It's almost like I got to be the one that's unhappy, or I got to be the one that doesn't get paid on this project, or I got to be the one that sacrifices self. It's like, no, you don't. Because I feel like whatever this is very abundant, especially with this rune of, where was it? Fehu. It's you finally aligning yourself with attaining happiness and attaining, you know, anything in the 3D world here that you are wanting to experience for you. It's like nothing can get in your way is what it seems like, because I feel like maybe in the past there was something getting in your way. It's like, that can't get in my way no more. I'm just going to sort of work with it or around it or through it or something like this. I feel like it's around it. Okay, so let me ask spirits. Spirits, for pile number 3, what is this message? Can we clear this up somewhat? I feel like whatever you are seeing on the surface was real, okay? It seemed like an obstacle, but I feel like it was just a surface obstacle. And you're seeing beyond this and working through this rather than being weighed down by this and being challenged by it. It's like, no, I can move beyond or through and around. Okay, so let's see, what is Spirit wanting to say? 2 of Cups in reverse, Unicorn. So 2 of Cups can talk about a harmonious relationship or a balanced union, but in reverse, It's like it's two things potentially not coming together. There's Temperance again. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So like I said, like wherever we felt we had to sacrifice ourselves or be like without, this is what's getting balanced. Page of Wands in reverse, and then the 4 of Pentacles. Now I'm getting from this 4 of Pentacles something that could be stable and secure upon something that might be very fixed with the 4 of Pentacles. That was your significator, that mountain energy. It's like, I don't know how to explore this further or see to work around this to get what I want. Why is this 2 of Cups in reverse here, Spirit? Unicorn. The Emperor. Sphinx. So empowerment. This is divine masculine energy. And then the High Priestess in reverse. Fortune telling. Pisces energy. Emperor, Aries. So we weren't seeing how to work with our situation or feel empowered by our situation to take action. And I feel like if you're resonating with this message, you've been stuck there for some time, you know, seeing the obstacles, seeing the stuckness, not feeling empowered, not knowing or seeing a way through or around or how. It's like feeling like I'd have to sacrifice a part of me, or I'm not available here to get something here that I'm needing, or I have to give up part of myself. And now it's like, no, I just wasn't seeing a solution. Ace of Swords. I wasn't seeing the solution, and now I see the Ace of Swords and then the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is fighting for what matters here. It says Mummy. Let's get a card for the 7 of Wands. It's like working through something here. Like feeling like you have it in you to fight for something. I don't know if you felt like whatever you are challenged by was coming against you, or it was a threat. The 2 of Wands, seeing a way through, seeing an option here. And then the King of Wands, beautiful, visionary. And the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, it's such a roundabout way here, for sure. Okay, a roundabout way that we went through, but the messaging does seem to be very clear. So I'm going to try to wrap this up as best I can. I feel like you've been in a situation, if you resonate with this, very challenged, because there's certain obvious things here that could not change or shift or felt very fixed. And I feel it's made you feel disappointed or sad or without, and like having to give part of self, like maybe it wasn't financially paying or rewarding or something like this. And it's like, either I could just accept defeat, disappointment, or walk away and abandon this thing. And I don't think you wanted to abandon this thing. And I also don't think you wanted to be without. So it's like, how and what and where and what do I do here, Spirit? You know, I feel like in the week to come, there's some energy here that allows you to see something differently, that allows you to feel empowered. It allows you to be rewarded in a way I think you wanted to, emotionally and practically in a way, because I do feel like there's a showing up of energy here that maybe in the past you weren't sure how to engage with something or work through or around or with, so that you could develop something here. Because I feel like there was maybe one mode, you know, the mode of trying to control something or trying to do something, but I feel like it was either threatening you, or it felt threatened, or the situation just seems more hurtful or dangerous in a way here. And I feel like this approach with this Empress and this Queen of Cups, it's like a softer approach. It seems very soft here with this feather, and maybe we're trying to do it out of force or out of like a heavy hand or a heaviness, or like trying to move a mountain. And it's like, no, the dealing with it in a softer way results in something here that maybe allows us to reap a reward of something. There's an incoming reward here. And I feel like whatever you are abandoning or detaching from is mindsets and certain things that were getting in the way. And I feel like you had a dedication or a certain level of commitment to something you understood with this hanging on the word, you know. I feel like maybe it was like, I don't want to abandon or let go of what I know to be true. and trying to find a way to uncover this truth. Because there does seem to be something on the surface that might have appeared one way, but a greater truth that would require something else. And I feel like you finally are able to uncover whatever that is, because I do feel something was covered up. And now it's like, I know that there's a deeper truth here that I am in a position to move towards and work with. Now that I could see clearly, or I understand differently. And I feel you feel very empowered. This is how I feel. You feel like you're capable of overcoming something. It's like, wow, I feel like I'm in the driver's seat. I feel like it really, it's almost like if you doubted what you were working with, like, should I just abandon it? Is it going to even work? Am I, in some state here that is not allowing myself to accept some form of truth? It's like now it becomes very clear to you, like, yay, like, I'm glad I sort of stuck to it, or like I believed in something greater here. Because now it's shown to you, like it's confirmed to you, and now you can create a plan or a vision, or you could see that you could have success somewhere, rather than just like, oh, it's pointless, or it just keeps resulting in dead ends or disappointments. Not anymore. Okay, because whatever it was, I do feel was making you feel disappointed. And I feel like it was, yeah, like something that might have needed to be, well, definitely Temperance talking about guidance, but also talking about healing, some form of imbalanced energy. And I do feel like maybe you were really trying to control or move something that was immovable, or trying to really be like protecting or defending something. It's like, no, like light as a feather would get more results here. You catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar, sort of thing, which is tying to one again. Oh my goodness. I don't know. These readings are really interesting to me, but if you resonated with this reading, you might resonate with pile one, and there could be some overlap, like I said. Okay. Sorry, these readings were really sort of cryptic in some way. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is something that resonates for you. Well, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, more Aries, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Okay, beautiful angel. This is your reading for the week ahead. You'll have to let me know how it unfolds moving forward for the week ahead. Okay, because obviously it hasn't unfolded just yet for some of you guys. Okay, so beautiful angel, I'll see you at the next one. All right, bye-bye.